Hello everyone. Today I thought I'll show you how to make a cake. Today I'm making a marble cake without a oven or a pressure cooker. It'll be on a tawa top. So first we'll see what all ingredients we require. We require 1 by 4 cup of butter, which is at room temperature, and 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder unsweetened, 3 by 4 cup of buttermilk, 3 by 4 cup of sugar, granulated sugar, vanilla essence. Here I have sieved 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour, half teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I've sieved it already and I've kept it ready. And here I have a tawa ready. I have not put the gas on. It is just ready. And here I have a normal non-stick pan in which I'll be baking the cake. I have just applied some butter and put a parchment paper on it. Okay, now we'll start with the process of making the cake. I'm doing with one hand. You must excuse me for the poor quality of video or something. So first we'll put the sugar to the butter. This is 1 by 4 cup of sugar and 3 by 4 cup of 1 by 4 cup of butter and 3 by 4 cup of sugar. Now we'll beat this using a beater. Now I've beaten butter and sugar, and I've put in vanilla essence, 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla essence, and an egg. Now we'll beat this till it's very fluffy and creamy. So now it is all beaten and creamy and fluffy. This is butter, sugar, egg, and vanilla essence. Now you can do in two ways. You can either add flour and buttermilk alternatively and finish it off with flour, or you can pour buttermilk along with this mixture, beat it well, and then add the flour. Now what I'm going to do is the easier way. I'll pour the buttermilk in. And I'll beat it. After beating the buttermilk in, I'm going to add the flour in 2 batches. I've added half, the half is still remaining there. And now we'll incorporate this into the wet mixture. Don't overbeat, just beat it that it just mixes well. Okay, now our batter is ready. Now we need to shift some 1 by 4 portion of batter to the cocoa powder so that we get the chocolate batter. So here I have put the cocoa powder in a bowl. Now we'll take 1 by 4 portion of the batter and put it along with the cocoa powder and mix it. Okay, now my chocolate batter is ready, and the plain batter is ready. I have switched on the flame and tawa is getting preheated. Yeah, so tawa is getting preheated. It's on medium flame. You need to preheat it at least for 5 minutes to 7 minutes. Meanwhile, we can spoon in the batter to the pan. I'll show you how to do it. First, I'll spoon the plain batter to the pan. I've poured the plain batter to the pan. Now I'll pour the chocolate batter. Yeah, I've spooned in the chocolate batter. Now with using a knife, I'll just make some swirls and patterns so that it just resembles a marble. I'll show you how. It's done. Now we'll keep this pan on the tawa which we have preheated already. So this is how we keep the pan on the tawa, and you need to have a airtight lid of the same pan. Cover it like this. It should be having a hole like this. Just cover it and monitor it for another 25 to 30 minutes. Usually how I go about baking cake is like half the way after you keep the batter in the oven or cooker or tawa top, half the way you start getting a good aroma of the baked cake. So which means that in another next half time for sure your cake will be baked perfect. So I go about like that. So I don't keep opening or checking. So I go for the smell. But if you have doubt, just keep checking. Don't open the lid, because opening the lid or opening the oven makes the cake shrink down. It doesn't raise up. If it raises up also, it shrinks down and it affects the texture. So just keep monitoring. Just keep looking out for the aroma which comes out as it starts baking. So now we'll wait for another 25 to 30 minutes and see how it is. Now as I told you, this is after 15 minutes. So see, I've started getting a nice aroma of the baked cake, and you can see how the cake is raised inside. So which means it's halfway almost done. In another 10 to 14 minutes the cake will be perfect and baked. So don't mind the water droplets, it happens, it comes. Don't open the lid, the water droplets will not fall on the cake, don't worry. So now after 10-14 minutes we'll check again. Okay, now I've opened the lid. This is the 24th minute of baking. I feel it's done. We'll check with a toothpick. I'm going to insert the toothpick at the center of the cake. Yes, it's come out. You can see just few crumbs of cake, which is not sticky. It's just clean, which means the cake is baked. If it comes out sticky, if it comes out with a sticky dough, then it means you need to bake the cake a little more. Now our cake is ready. After 5 minutes, we'll take out the cake from the pan and keep it on the cooling rack. Okay, now I've taken the cake from the pan after 5 minutes. I've taken it out and I've kept it on the cooling rack. So let the cake cool. Only after the cake completely cools, you can cut it. Only then you will get a good texture, as well as it doesn't break into pieces. So let's wait. Let it. See, I've cut the cake after complete cooling. It looks so good, so soft and supple and perfectly baked. So this is how you bake any cake on a tawa top. Thank you for watching.